Welcome to Minds of Darkness, where we uncover the hidden horrors and untold crimes that lurk in the shadows of history. In today's episode, we dive into the Butcher of Adelaide, South Australia's dark secret. A chilling tale of fear, deception, and a city haunted by one of its most disturbing mysteries. In the annals of Australian crime, few names evoke such chilling dread as John Bunting. He is known to history as the Butcher of Adelaide, a moniker earned through unspeakable acts. His reign of terror exposed a darkness few believed possible within their quiet communities. Bunting stands as one of Australia's most notorious serial killers, his name synonymous with depravity. His crimes unfolded in the late 1990s, casting a long, sinister shadow over South Australia. The sheer brutality of his actions sent shockwaves through the unsuspecting city of Adelaide. This horrific saga revealed a chilling underbelly of violence and depravity. It forced a nation to confront the darkest corners of human nature. The story of John Bunting is a stark reminder of the evil that can lurk beneath the surface. At the heart of this nightmare was John Bunting, the undisputed ringleader. He orchestrated a campaign of terror with cold, calculated precision. Bunting drew others into his orbit, twisting their minds to his will. His primary accomplices were Robert Wagner and James Vlasakis. These men became instruments of Bunting's malevolence, ensnared in his web of control. Their participation amplified the horror of the crimes committed. The victims were not chosen at random, they were deliberately targeted. Bunting preyed upon the most vulnerable members of the community. He sought out those he believed would not be missed, those on the fringes of society. Specific victim groups included primarily homosexual men and drug users. These individuals were seen as expendable, their lives deemed worthless by their tormentors. This prejudice fueled Bunting's twisted ideology. Ultimately, Bunting's definition of a victim broadened to anyone he perceived as undesirable. His hatred knew few bounds, encompassing anyone who did not fit his narrow, hateful worldview. This arbitrary selection made his crimes even more terrifying. The motives driving these killings were complex, a disturbing cocktail of prejudice and power. They stemmed from a deeply disturbed psyche. Understanding them offers a glimpse into the abyss. A key motive was profound homophobia, a virulent hatred directed at gay men. Bunting harbored an intense prejudice that he weaponized against his victims. This bigotry was a driving force behind his atrocities. Another powerful motive was an insatiable desire for control. Bunting reveled in dominating others, asserting his will through fear and violence. He sought absolute power over his victims and his accomplices. He also operated under a twisted sense of vigilante justice. Bunting believed he was cleansing society of its perceived impurities. This self-appointed role justified his horrific acts in his own mind. Bunting was a master manipulator, expertly exploiting the weaknesses of those around him. He skillfully coerced his accomplices into participating in his crimes. His influence was insidious and pervasive. He exploited their vulnerabilities and insecurities with chilling precision. Bunting preyed on their fears and their desire for acceptance. He molded them into extensions of his own malevolence. The murders themselves were meticulously planned and executed. Nothing was left to chance in Bunting's horrifying schemes. Each act was a deliberate step in his campaign of terror. Common elements of his crimes included prolonged torture and dismemberment. These acts were not merely means to an end, but integral to Bunting's sadistic pleasure. The suffering of his victims was paramount. Victims were often lured to various locations under false pretenses. They were drawn into traps from which there was no escape. Trust was betrayed in the most brutal ways imaginable. Before their deaths, victims were subjected to horrific acts of violence. Their final hours were filled with unimaginable pain and terror. The cruelty inflicted upon them defies comprehension. The confirmed number of victims attributed to Bunting and his associates stands at least at 11 individuals. Each life extinguished represented a profound loss, a family shattered. The true toll of his evil may never be fully known. The nature of the violence was extreme, characterized by torture and dismemberment. These acts were designed to inflict maximum suffering and dehumanize the victims. The brutality was almost beyond belief. One method of body disposal involved burial in shallow graves. These clandestine sites were scattered across various locations. They served as silent, grim testaments to the atrocities committed. Another horrifying method was the use of acid to dissolve remains. This technique aimed to erase all traces of the victims. It was a desperate attempt to conceal the unspeakable crimes. The variety of disposal locations further complicated investigations. Bodies were found in barrels, buried in backyards, and hidden in remote areas. Each discovery added another layer to the horror. The initial trigger for the police investigation was a series of missing persons cases. These disappearances, initially unconnected, slowly began to reveal a disturbing pattern. Law enforcement sensed a deeper, darker truth. A crucial breakthrough came with forensic evidence linking suspects to crime scenes. Scientific analysis began to piece together the fragmented puzzle. Each piece of evidence brought them closer to the truth. Witness testimonies also proved invaluable in unraveling the conspiracy. Brave individuals came forward, sharing what they knew despite the immense danger. Their courage helped expose the perpetrators. Perhaps the most significant breakthrough came from confessions from the perpetrators themselves. Under interrogation, the web of lies began to unravel. The truth, however horrifying, finally emerged. The investigation was immensely complex, demanding extensive resources and unwavering dedication. It involved painstaking searches, countless interviews, and meticulous forensic analysis. The scale of the task was immense. John Bunting was ultimately convicted on multiple counts of murder. The weight of his crimes was undeniable, his guilt established beyond doubt. Justice, though slow, was finally served. For his heinous acts, John Bunting received a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. He was deemed a danger to society, never to walk free again. His incarceration marked the end of his reign of terror. Robert Wagner, Bunting's accomplice, was also convicted on multiple counts of murder. His complicity in the atrocities was proven in court. He too faced the full force of the law. Robert Wagner received a sentence of life imprisonment without parole. His fate mirrored Bunting's, a lifetime behind bars for his role in the killings. The court recognized the severity of his actions. James Vlasakis, another accomplice, was convicted on multiple counts of murder. His involvement, though perhaps coerced, was undeniable. He played a part in the horrific events. James Vlasakis received a sentence of life imprisonment with a minimum non-parole period. His cooperation with authorities, though late, factored into his sentencing. He too faced a lifetime of consequences. The case of the Butcher of Adelaide remains a chilling reminder of human evil. It stands as a dark chapter in Australia's history. The depths of depravity it exposed continue to haunt the national consciousness. This tragedy emphasizes the critical importance of vigilance for vulnerable members of society. It underscores the need for communities to protect those on the margins. No one should be forgotten or deemed expendable. We must acknowledge the dedication and perseverance of law enforcement in this case. Their tireless efforts brought the perpetrators to justice. Their commitment prevented further suffering. Ultimately, this case stands as a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice. It demonstrates the unwavering resolve to bring heinous criminals to account. The Butcher of Adelaide may be imprisoned, but his dark legacy serves as a perpetual warning. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. Your support helps us create more dark stories, true crime mysteries, and deep dives into the minds of history's most twisted figures.